Hey guys, I'm Shantanu Udasi back again with another video capturing everything that has been happening in the world of artificial intelligence. I have gathered a few stories, so let's just not waste any more time and jump right into our stories. Our first story is that SpaceX Starlink's regulatory troubles in India. Last year, SpaceX wrote to TRAI expressing interest in launching Starlink in India, but they are facing some legal troubles. So it looks like Starlink broadband, which is backed by Elon Musk, may not come to India anytime soon as they are being investigated because their beta launch might have violated the Information Technology Act, the Satellite Communication Policy in India, the Wireless Indian Telegraphy Act, and the Indian Telegraph Act of 1885. So the problem started when BIF, the Broadband India Forums, urged TRAI to block Starlink to pre-sell any broadband in India, as BIF said that Starlink does not have ground or earth stations in India or satellite frequency authorization from the Indian Space Research Organization and the DOT to offer beta services here. And BIF also urged TRAI and ISRO to intervene in this matter. So BIF basically represents companies like OneWeb, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Intel, Hughes, AT&T and Facebook, and clearly they are against Elon Musk's Starlink as he is not part of this cartel. So they are basically fighting for the large consumer base that India has to offer, and OneWeb, which is co-owned by Bharti Airtel and the UK government, are basically working in the same domain, and two of their satellites, OneWeb's and Starlink's, were almost about to clash this month. So all these companies are trying to minimize competition and they are blocking the way for the new entrant in this industry. Because SpaceX has launched 1300 Starlink satellites into the orbit, while OneWeb has a network of more than 650 low Earth orbit satellites. Amazon, which has got an approval last year, is far superior than all of them and has launched almost 3200 satellites as the part of their Project Kuiper. Moving on to our next story is about what is augmented intelligence and how is it superior than artificial intelligence. So by analyzing a lot of shortcomings of artificial intelligence, people have realized that they need to work in conjunction with humans to create an augmented intelligence. So humans can do what they do best, and with the help of artificial intelligence, they can create something which was unconceivable 2 decades ago. So artificial intelligence has come so far, but it cannot develop the intuitiveness of animals or even infants that can process reality in a much different way than an algorithm can do. That is why it is very difficult to create fully automated cars or fully automated machines or artificial intelligence that can take autonomous decisions. But it was not fair to compare artificial intelligence to human intelligence, because artificial intelligence can also do massive tasks that humans cannot even think about. They can collect massive data sets, find pattern recognition, and provide convenience to a lot of the tasks that we cannot do. So realizing the fact that some of human skills cannot be replaced by artificial intelligence and vice versa, it is only logical that they both work in conjunction to provide something new. So healthcare as an industry has implemented successful augmented intelligence where artificial intelligence systems helps doctor to treat more patients or provide better quality patient care. New startups like Personal AI use artificial intelligence as an extension of the human brain, helping humans better retain information about their own lives. Other usages of augmented intelligence include productivity apps for everything from sales to customer service. So in the coming years, we will see more examples of augmented intelligence changing our lives. Moving on to our next story is about role of artificial intelligence in supply chain management, especially in India. As we have time and again discussed that implementing artificial intelligence and data-driven approach at every step of the process is integral to any company's success. This will place companies in a better position to design, implement innovative supply chain resilience strategies with increased pace and participation from supply chain partners as well. And the experts have urged companies to create AI capabilities for supply chain resilience in the present context of COVID-19. They have suggested that the AI-based information processing capabilities should include self-adaptive algorithms, predictions, and learning techniques to improve adaptive skills. With predicting forecast capabilities, the AI will support real-time sharing of forecast inventories and production capacities and prepare the firms for future risks as well. But it is very important that all the partners in the supply chain should adhere to these data-driven and AI-first approaches. Moving on to our next story. Our next story is that Google Cloud is bringing its AI and machine learning approach to industry automation experts Siemens. So they are combining their efforts to bring automation to a whole new level, which will allow manufacturers to harmonize their factory data, run cloud-based artificial intelligence and machine learning models, and on top of that, deploy algorithms at network's edge. So they are bringing this cooperation together to provide mainly services to improve factory processes and bring automation to the shop floor. So their goal is to empower employees as they work on the plant floor, automating mundane tasks and improving the overall quality of the process. Moving on to the last story of our day, our last story is that the flawed data we put into automatic wheelchairs or our self-driving cars is putting people with disabilities at risk. So in 2019, a delivery robot which was not fed enough data about people using wheelchairs to commute blocked the way of a person in the wheelchair, and he has explained his displeasure by saying that the AI tech giants should not create robots by using disabled people as their collateral. Along with various other minority groups, disabled people are marginalized because disability is not well defined and it comes in various forms. As disabilities are diverse and dynamic and they are very nuanced and they do not fit in the language of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is programmed to find patterns and which it cannot in this case. Artificial intelligence disregards any outlier that is not fitting in a particular group or pattern. So it is very important that people who are gathering this data perform this ethical stress test for their data. They have explained it amazingly, and this problem should be solved as soon as possible before we move on to fully automated robots and self-driving cars. So that's about it. Those are all the stories that I have for you today. Read these stories in their entirety. Links for them will be in the description down below. And while you are at it, click on that thumbs up, that really helps us all. Subscribe so that you never miss any other updates from Analytics India magazine.